I didn't have time to make something new for the background, so you're just getting my audio waves. So I know it's been a little while since I've actually filmed a video. I meant to film this exact video last week, but I lost track of time and I had a bunch of stuff to do and I just didn't get it done. So by the title, you know what I'm here to talk about, my Odin. The last time I talked about my Odin on this channel was my review of it, and everything that I said in that still stands. It's still great for emulation. It's great as just like an Android device in general. I've completed quite a few games on here, but that's not the focus of this video. The focus of this video is actually something that caused a bit of a ruckus when the Odin first launched and got into people's hands. That's the shoulder buttons. So when I got my Odin out of the box for the first time, I was worried because I had heard tales of broken shoulder buttons, and I was like, that could happen to me, and I don't want that. And they addressed it publicly. They made posts on their Indiegogo page, but it wasn't enough to quell my fears before I got the device. But I got the device and everything seemed to be fine for about 2 months. And then after that, this shoulder button, the left shoulder button, kind of gave up on me. It felt really mushy. If you push down on it, it would register an input, but it took a lot of pressure and it just wasn't good to use. And it wasn't a pleasant experience at all. But I remembered their posts about making repair kits when the Odin first launched. So I reached out to them via email and said, hey, I'm having issues with my shoulder buttons. Can you send me a repair kit? So they asked me what was the problem, and I said my L1 button feels mushy and it won't click like a normal button does. So they sent the repair kit. I have footage of it that I'll put in. They sent the repair kit and the process was fairly straightforward. They didn't have instructions. They just gave me the tools and extra screws that was nice to have. All the tools that were needed were in the box. They gave me 2 different screwdrivers, I think, for the 2 different types of screws that they used. They provided the boards and new actual buttons, which was nice. Not the buttons themselves, the mechanism that was used. So I replaced those as well, which is nice of them. I'll put in the footage here of me trying to put it together, but it was straightforward. It was time consuming, but it was good. It was good to have.
What's this?
Repair kit. Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, here are the boards.
So the issue with my Odin is that this button doesn't press down. If you press down hard enough, it recognizes the input. It doesn't click like this one does. So that's why I had to get the repair kit. For a little difference between the new one and the old one, this one doesn't click at all. It doesn't go down. It doesn't make it click. This one, I can actually make it click. So that's good. So I've kind of replaced everything that's in the kit. I haven't used some of the screws and there's some stuff that I also haven't used, but I've replaced mostly everything, even these. And I think the board should fix another problem I have where it would just register one of these triggers being pushed down for some reason. For no reason without me actually doing it. But now, they both click, which is good. So after that, I went into the button testing software that's on here and made sure that all the keys were being recognized, and they all were, but it works as normal now. I've had no other actual issues with the device. The OTA updates they've been pushing out, the one that fixed a issue with the battery, they're gonna try and put in dual boot, so if you want to play some indie Steam games on Windows, I guess you can. I feel that's the only reason you'd put Windows on this thing, if you wanted to play smaller indie games on here. If you wanted to play them on the go and you didn't want to pay for a Steam Deck. But they've implemented a bunch of stuff the back buttons being able to be recognized in emulators. So I have Citra set so that if I press this back button, it'll switch, because I have it set to large. So I have it'll switch which screen is showing on the larger side, which is nice. But that's really all I have to say about this device. anymore. I'm still using it for emulation. That's really all I use it for. But it's a good device. That doesn't hinder the quality of the device. I hope that they've kind of like stopped that from happening. But it's nice to know that if you like have an issue like that they'll send out a repair kit within like 3 weeks. I think it took for mine to get here. I think it was because it was coming over Easter. Like I sent them an email like 2 days after Easter break had started. So I think that was the main issue. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about this device at this moment. What do you guys think? What do you want to see me cover next? If there's a specific device, specific like 3DS mod or something you want to see me cover, a specific emulator and see how it runs. If there's something like that you want to see, comment down below and I will read it, because being a small channel I don't get that many comments. But thank you guys for watching. I will see you next week with something. I'm sure I'm gonna upload next week. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye.